So, y'all, I got the perfect mess for Halloween. It's so messy, it's scary. So, if you've been here a while, I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. This closet got bad again. It's not near as bad as it was, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, anyway, y'all see it. So, I have to say though, I assumed that the majority of this mess was my fault, but the further I got into it, I noticed that my kids had gotten into here. Now, granted, that's my fault for not getting, not noticing it or allowing it or whatnot. Not that I really didn't allow it, but they're kids. I can only blame them for so much. But they had gotten in here, and I don't know if they were looking for something or what, and then they had thrown stuff in here that they didn't want to keep in their closets, but they didn't want to quite get rid of. I don't know where they learned that habit from. So ultimately, yes, it would all be my fault, but I didn't do the complete visual act of messing it up. So, but I will take the responsibility. This closet. Okay, so this isn't a disclaimer. There's no excuse for this. This double wide, as much space as we have, we've got a little over 2,500 square feet. There is not a lot of storage space. This is the only closet I have in the house for just about anything that's not clothes. It has Halloween decorations, Christmas decorations, extra blankets, household project items that I didn't quite want to go out in the shed. We have a lot of humidity here, and our shed is not in the best of shape. So I don't like to store things that you would normally put outside in there. But I do have a solution for that. The problem is the closet's kind of shaped wonky, and it's difficult to get in and out. But really, the thing is, I just have too much stuff and I need to get rid of it, which is what I'm doing here. I'm very pleased to say that I took a whole a whole trunk full of stuff to the donation. I actually took it there. I didn't let it sit on my porch like I normally do. It went into my car and then we went straight to the donation, actually today when I'm doing this voiceover. I have been looking for that Tyler Childers shirt for 4 or 5 months now, and I guess I had put it in with some of these clothes that I wanted to keep but not quite get rid of yet, and I didn't want them in my closet. So yeah, it was in there. These are all my puzzles that I did for my oldest son when he had that back room, and he didn't want to take them with him when he moved, so I'm not quite sure what to do with them. I left this one there because it needed fixed. I think I'm going to put him up on the wall in this back room because we took a lot of our homeschool stuff off of it. But we're going to paint this room here soon and possibly put up a wall and a door. Not really turn it into a bedroom, but just get a door because it echoes and you can hear everything down the hallway in this room. So we kind of wanted to fix that. Our walls are really thin anyway. That is the downside of a double wide. Like you can hear through everything. But, for the space that we needed, this, it suits our needs. We can make do. That was a box of my husband's stuff from his last job, awards and newspaper articles and stuff that, he was a part of, but not quite sure what to do with, but he doesn't necessarily want to hang them up on the wall. So we'll see what we're going to do there. You don't see it in this video, but behind that treadmill, we took the bed frame. This is a new puzzle I'm getting ready to do. We took all that stuff off of there and it went outside to the shed. Or to the scrap pile. We have a metal scrap pile. So a lot of this stuff is extra sheets, extra blankets. I don't know. See, these were all these book bags that like my daughter had stashed in here, and we ended up just donating most of them. That rug that you see, that was the one my grandparents had given my son Atticus, and he didn't take it with him, but it's fairly sentimental to all of us. But I can't put rugs out, y'all, because my dog Lulu will pee all over them. So I've got them stored back here, and it's a big rug, so it's kind of hard to really store it. She was doing really well for a while, but she started back to messing everywhere again, so I don't know what we're going to do. Alright, so I stopped. If y'all didn't notice, I did set a 10-minute timer because when I get back into this closet, it starts to frustrate me, and I have to know my limitations, because then I'll get to a certain point where I'm so aggravated that it's not going to do me any good until I stop and reset my head. So I wish I could be one of those people that just went forward with things, but yeah. So I did my first 10 minutes, but then I was like, okay, well, I got enough juice to keep going, so I set another 10-minute timer. And like it's 10 timers work for me. They don't work for everyone. Some people do better with like a goal, like, well, okay, well, I'm going to clear this entire shelf off and then I'll be done. But you know, y'all, I gotta do timers. So I have to say the difference between going through this closet this time and the last time I went through it was the amount of leftover stuff I had in the room that I pulled out. There isn't anything back there now. It all found a home, it all found a place. I got rid of the majority. I think the only thing that's sitting back there still is that puzzle that I need to put together and just, you know, put it back in the closet, I guess. But I have a lot of little teeny things, bits and pieces. I know, like, I should just put everything in a box, and that works for some people, but I don't, again, I don't know if this is ADHD or my personality. If I can't see it, I won't take care of it. So I did start putting all the little teeny pieces in a box, but I will have to eventually go through that box. When? I don't know. So the question I'm asking myself when I start decluttering and cleaning a room and changing things up is, how am I going to keep this mess from happening again? And my solution this time is I bought 2 tubs, which I normally always say, I'm not buying any organizational pieces because it's ridiculous to have a method to organize your stuff. That's not what I'm doing in this case. I'm actually doing it to replace one of my bins that's in here that doesn't have a lid. And I'm going to store my Halloween decorations, what is left, in my shed. I bought those black and yellow tubs from Sam's. They're supposed to be weatherproof and heavy duty and all that. I got 2 of them. And that's what I'm going to start doing. So that will open up a lot of space in here. That's about as far as I've gotten, because in order for stuff to go into the shed, I've got to clean that shed out. And that is definitely a video for another day. Shoo, I know I'm going to talk about these sheets here in a minute when y'all are going to see me where I stop and give you a little heart to heart, I guess. But that's my solution for this time around with this closet, because, you know, it's just a waste of time if I'm just going to mess this closet right back up again. I've got to figure out how to keep it clean and what I'm doing wrong. The first step is I'm not buying things anymore. Okay, so I stopped the timer at 30 minutes. I guess it's been a total of 30 minutes in here because I noticed it was perfect timing. I started to get really overwhelmed and aggravated, and I noticed when I start getting aggravated, I just want to keep things. So I have to, I guess it's confession time or whatever. You know, I never could understand how people could buy so much stuff that they just forgot they bought it. Like, I never felt that I was one of those people that I forgot I bought stuff. And you know what, you guys, I'm 38 years old, but I am learning to not be so judgmental. I don't mean to be, and a lot of the thoughts I have, I don't think are judgmental. I think I'm just being, you know, critical, or I'm just giving critical advice in my head, or critical, you know, what is it? Constructive criticism is what I've always thought of it as. But now I'm realizing, no, Erica, you're just being judgmental. Because I've thought that all the time. Like, I could never understand how somebody forgot that they bought stuff, or couldn't even remember where they bought it from. So as you all know, if you're not new here, this last year has been extremely eye-opening for me. I have realized, and you're going to find this hard to believe if you are new, that I do have hoarding tendencies. I don't know if you call myself a hoarder or not. I feel like I am, looking at this closet. I've already decluttered this closet twice on this channel. I am progressing. I'm not trying to be so hard on myself, but I am trying to walk y'all through and just to make sure I don't do this again. Like, I'm admitting my faults and stuff. So on to the forgetting, buying so much stuff you forget. The other day, we got new insurance cards. My husband changed jobs, so we got new insurance cards. Well, they sent them, they're these really flimsy papers. I guess they don't laminate them anymore, where everything's online and all that, or you can use your phone. Well, I do still like to have a card. So I was like, well, I'm going to laminate them because I've got a little, you know, handy dandy laminator because of my handy dandy notebook. I swore I didn't have any laminate paper, no laminating paper anywhere in this house. And as y'all can see, it looks like I bought some surplus somewhere. I don't remember buying it. I have no idea where it came from. I can have a couple guesses. I don't remember buying it at all. And shame on me, because I just became one of those people that I'm like, how do you forget buying that? I forgot buying it. Don't remember. No idea what I did. And I do notice there was a channel sure some of y'all have watched it. I always got frustrated because as she was cleaning, she'd be like, well, I've got to stop because I'm starting to find myself overwhelmed. And I'm like, you should just push through. You should just push through. No, you should stop when you feel overwhelmed, because you know what? I'm not going to make any reasonable choices right now. Because right now I either want to keep it all and shut the door, or I just want to throw it all away. And I am not going to learn my lesson, y'all. I've got to work on slow and steady. Slow and steady. And you know, there's a lot of things that have come out of this that I'm very thankful for this entire experience. Even though I'm very frustrated with myself and I'm learning a lot of harsh lessons, I'm very thankful for this, because through this whole experience, my eyes are finally open to how much money I have wasted on sales and good deals, because I would have saved a lot more money in the first place had I not bought these sale items that I didn't need, or that I ended up donating them. And you know what, there are some things though too, I don't have to get rid of everything. I don't have to abandon every project, but I do need to be better about it and be a better steward of my time, a better steward of my money, and a better steward of my home. So while my tone suggests that I'm incredibly aggravated and I'm not happy with this experience, I am, because I know that when this irritating feeling passes, that there's a lesson that has been learned here. And yeah, and there's a lot of emotions too I'm dealing with my oldest son, where he left a couple months ago. We're on good terms. It's nothing sad like that, but I realized the other day, I thought I was doing really, really well with him moving out of the house. I thought I wasn't dealing with any empty nest. And then, oh gosh, if I can say this without crying, the other day I saw the meme that said, one day you picked up your child for the last time. And I looked over at Mason, who's now 15 and 6'3". I'm like, and I just burst into tears. And then I realized too that I hadn't really dealt with Atticus moving out either. I don't know if you have to deal with your kids moving out or whatever the process is, but I guess I really haven't appropriately grieved with that too, because, and I was a little frustrated because I thought I was doing so well, but instead I was just doing well at bottling it all up. So I've really got to learn to let those things come out in an appropriate time frame and at certain amounts of times. But I just heard my husband come in from working out, and yeah, so we'll get on to whatever part of the video I decide to do next. This is the donation pile, which I'm really pleased with. The closet is not an epic transformation. However, I do continue working on it in Thursday's video, and I'm probably going to be working on it and my shed throughout this month, well, throughout the month of November. So be looking for that, and hopefully I can have an epic transformation video at the very end when I put everything together. All right, y'all, here's my weekly Kroger food haul or grocery haul. I spent $140.76, and I saved $43.16 in coupons and discounts. My goal was $150, and y'all, I am super proud because that was not including the toilet paper and the tissues. So never mind this mess. I've been decluttering. I don't know if y'all have already seen that in this video, this part of the video or not, but I decluttered my back room. So let's start with this. I'm going to try and give y'all like specific prices, but get through this real quickly. These were $1.70. Y'all know I got to have my guacamole and my kick of lime. I'm loving the guacamole. I almost like them better than the lime. The generic Rotel, these were 65 cents. I didn't need butter, but I'm trying to stock up because it's supposed to be getting expensive, and with the holidays coming around, I think this was $3.49. This was ground beef, $8.79. I'm making chili this week, hamburger helper, and spaghetti. The cheddar, this was $1.50 after coupon and discount, so I got 3 of them. We eat a lot of cheese. This was $1. This was $1 as well. I just like to switch them up. I got this for my lunch tomorrow since I'll be home. I love the raspberry salads. I've not tried this kind, but I'm excited. The bacon was $3.69, so I got 2. That's the cheapest I have seen bacon in a long time. Don't remember how much the lettuce was. I got this for our drinks. Mason requested a vegetable tray, and I was like, well, I might get some raw vegetables depending on the price, but I saw this, so this ended up being, I think, $2. after my discount. Carb Master vanilla yogurt, it was $2.50. We use this for our smoothies. Oh, the lettuce is for salad on Sunday. I'm doing spaghetti, salad, and garlic bread for our after church dinner. Bananas were $2.50 for all of these. I can't remember what it was a pound, but I know that's what it was for a total. The almond milk was $2.50. I got 2 chocolate because I love these with my protein shakes, and then just the regular unsweetened almond milk. Okay, so I have not seen chicken this cheap in I don't remember how long. It was $1.79 a pound. So I think there's like, how much is this? This is 5 pounds. This is 15 pounds of chicken. And I got it for, I think, maybe 30 bucks. I don't know. Anyway, so it ended up being $1.79 per pound, and I got a ton because the cheapest I've seen it has been $2.49 a pound. So we got that. I'm going to freeze some of this and then cook the rest. A gallon of milk. This was $2.49, I think. Jeremy wanted pears, so we got some of those. The orange juice was $3.50. The pizzas were a big steal, $2.99. But y'all want to hear the irony of it is, I had a coupon and I just found it cleaning out my car. So we got 5 of these. They were, like I said, $3 a piece. So I was going to go to Sam's, which is normally where I buy my toilet paper and my tissues. But I went ahead and I was like kind of price shopping and stuff. And this was a much better deal. So I got 4 of these. And yes, we are a big family and use a lot of it. This ended up being a better deal, and I'm not wasting as much space. So these were, I think, $4 after my discount. And then the toilet paper was $18 after a discount. So that is my Kroger food haul. We had a separate one that was like $14.33. But that was just for Jeremy found some protein bars and some candy bars. And what we do is we split up when we go to the grocery store what we consider essential, and it comes out of my paycheck, but it's all the same thing. And then anything that's like frivolous or just, random things that we got that at the house, or we put that on the other one. Okay, so there y'all go, $140 at Kroger. Okay, y'all. So, I did not brag on myself, which I need to be doing too. I know I've been critical, but I'm good with that. I'm more trying to hold myself accountable when I'm saying these things that seem like I'm being negative, but it's just, I want to make sure that when I say something that I go through with it. So this day, I did not want to fold these clothes. Had no desire to. I had planned on putting them in a basket and scooching them out of the way, but I was like, you know what? No, I've got enough time. Let me go ahead and do this before I go to bed. Because I was like, Erica, you were going to have 6 or 7 loads like you always do in your videos of clothes to fold. So just hurry up and get this out of the way because you got more laundry to do tomorrow. And I did. I folded it and put it away. The same with the closet, you guys. I was sitting around feeling kind of I've been in a mood lately. I don't know. I'm always in a mood. It's just a different type of mood, I guess. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go spend 10 minutes cleaning that closet and, just see what I can get done. Well, 10 minutes turned into 30 minutes, and that's great. And the next day, you know what? I did 20 minutes in there. Actually, I think the next day I may have only done 10, but that's okay. Again, I'm doing slow and steady. Patience is not something that I am good at. I was actually doing this survey with my husband. We've been on this app, and it's supposed to ask you all these personal questions as a couple and help you grow and all that. We started out doing it as kind of a joke because it had all these quizzes about each other. Like we're not having any, trouble or anything, but we ended up both really enjoying the app. But one of the questions was, what is one of the lessons you have learned about yourself over life or throughout your life? And I'm like, patience is a virtue. I suck at being patient. Always sucked at being patient. And it's like, if it's a task that I can't get done in a day or in a short amount of time, I don't want to do it. So I'm learning that decluttering, I'm learning really valuable skills around the house, like keeping your house clean. They take time and they take patience. And that's what I'm just going to do this next month. I'm really going to take November to focus on decluttering my home and getting it to a better place. I'm also going to work on being a better steward of bringing things into the home because Christmas is coming up, y'all. And Christmas is when I get Anxiety seems a bit dramatic, but I'm always like anxious that I'm not getting my kids enough stuff for Christmas. Like I always feel like it's going to ruin their childhood if they do not have enough toys underneath the tree. The irony of it is, I'm not saying like my kids are spoiled or anything, because they're not by any means. Like they're not even allowed on the internet, so the spoiled is like the last thing I would say. But when we went to ask them for their Christmas list, none of them can come up with a lot of stuff. Like they don't want a lot of stuff. So I don't know. But that's something I'm going to be really visiting this year, is trying to be much more aware of what I'm spending and what I'm bringing into the house. So be looking out for that, and we'll come up with some kind of clever title, some kind of theme. But I can see that my clothes are winding down, so that means this video is winding down. So I hope wherever y'all are at, you are having a blessed one. I hope you have a safe Halloween tonight if you're going out trick-or-treating. I know that we will be being safe staying in our neighborhood. And I hope y'all have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.